Hi folks, this is the first video segment for homework assignment number 11. These are suggested problems from section 3.5, which deals with the law of sines. Uh, let's start with problem number 3. So let's see what we've got here. Okay, all right. Problem number 3 is right here. Notice that what we've got is we have two angles and a side, and we are asked to find this side x. Okay. In the language of this section 3.5, when a situation is like so, we refer to it in the book as uh, let's see now. That would be two angles given, and one of the sides given here. I don't see side. I don't actually, uh, yeah, I don't see it exactly in this graph, but I suspect that'll be side, angle. Two angles given and a particular side, okay? And that particular side is not actually the side between these two angles. So it fits this description, a side, angle, okay? But we don't really care. So let's see now. If I want to do here, so it's going to be, what is this angle? This angle is going to be 180 minus 98.4 plus 24.6. Okay, so this is 180 minus the sum of these two is 0. That's going to be 320 degrees. Let's do this thing right. So this is 0 and 1, 5. 5 and 8 is 13. 1 plus 2 is 3, and 3 and 9 is 12. Oh, that's correct. So this is equal to 57 degrees. Is that right? Yeah, 57 degrees. So this angle is 57 degrees. And the law of the sine says sine of 57 degrees divided by x is equal to uh, a sine of 98.4 degrees divided by 376. Now let me see, is this the way we wrote it in that in the textbook? Yeah, sine of a over the length a equal to sine of b over length b. So fine. Sine of this angle over the length facing it equal to sine of this angle, 98.4, over the length that's facing it, which is 376. So x is equal to 376 times sine of 57 degrees divided by sine of 98.4 degrees. So now we're going to put that stuff in our calculator to see what number we get. Here's my calculator. I already set the mode to angle mode to degrees, so that's good. And now you're going to go to the work area, and we have to type this stuff. 376. I have to go back and forth between this screen. 376. So 376 times sine. Where's the sine? There's the sine of what was the 57 on the top. 57. Obviously the mode is in degrees, so this is going to be degrees, and then divided by sine of 94.8. I think that's what it was. 94. Let's double check that. Sine of 98.4, actually 98. Oh, whoa. Oh, should not have used the backspace button. Let's try to do it again. Yeah, so that's going to be, keep making that mistake. 376. 376 times sine of what was the angle? 57. Close the parentheses. Divided. There's a divided by sine parentheses. Wow. 376. I don't know how to use this version of the calculator on my screen, so I keep making these mistakes. I'm really sorry. Sine of 57. Is that right? Yeah, 57. 57. Close the parentheses. Divided by sine of 98.4. Close the parentheses and hit enter, and there we are. So that edge is 318.76. If I round it to two decimal, 318.76. 318.76. 318.76. Whatever the units are. So that's what this edge is. Okay, so let's go to the next one. I guess I have to delete these. Let me erase these things and get rid of this. Okay, let's go to number 4. We wasted some time here because I keep deleting the formulas from my screen, from my calculator. Okay, so let's go to number 4. What have we got? We've got this edge, this angle. This angle is the angle, the red angle over here is 180 degrees minus 37.5 degrees plus 28.1 degrees. So this is 180 degrees minus, now let's add these things, it's going to be 0.6. 8 and 7 is 15. 3 and 3 is 6. I think they add up to be that degrees, and this is going to be a 4. Of course, this is degrees. Another 4 and 12. Is that correct? Not 12, 11. Okay, so I think that is correct. Yes, yes. Okay, so this angle is 114. All right, at here 14.4 degrees. And once again, this is the case. Let's see now, side angle, but it really doesn't matter. So it's equal to so sine of 114.4 degrees divided by the side facing that, which is x, equal to for example sine of 37.5 divided by sine the side that's facing it, which is this sine, and that is 17. Therefore x is equal to 17 times sine of 114.4 divided by sine of 37.5. Okay, so let's go and type stuff in our calculator. Okay, so this is 17 times sine. There's my sine. And what was the angle? 114.4. So that's going to be 114.4, close the parentheses, divided by a sine of, now let's go read this thing, sine of 37 and a half. Back it up, 37 and a half, 37.5. You close the parentheses, oops, back, 37.5, and close the parentheses and hit enter, and we're going to get 25.43. 25.43. So if you go here, this edge is 25.43 units. If this is, for example, inches, it's going to be this thing also in inches. Okay, so let's move on to the next problem, problem 11. Let's see now, problem 11. It says solve the triangle using law of sines. In other words, any edges that are missing, go ahead and find it. So let me erase this stuff. Maybe it's easier if I erase it like this. Okay, so number 11. Let me write number 11 here for you. Just bear with me for a second. Number 11. So well, first of all, this is 12, right? So what I can do is say sine of 68 divided by the edge facing it, which is AB. AB is 12, equal to sine of, let's call this thing, this is the angle A, which is unknown, by the way, divided by the side that's facing it, which is BC, which is also unknown. This is equal to sine of B, unknown. That's this angle, sine of B, divided by the side facing it, which is 12. Okay, so when I look at, for example, this thing, all right, I can find a sine of B. So sine of B is equal to sine of 68. That means the angle B is equal to 68 degrees. Now that's not surprising because this is an isosceles triangle, you can see that, and because this is 12, this edge AC is 12, such side AB is also 12. Okay, and therefore if this angle C is 68, then angle B is also 68. Now in order to find A, excuse me, the sum of these three angles should add up to 180. So we go 68 plus 68 plus angle A equal to 180. So angle A is equal to 180 minus, now these two add up to be 136. These are all degrees. Okay, and this thing is going to be 40, I believe 44 degrees. So A is 44 degrees, which means that I can go in this expression, and we found A, so this has become sine of 44 degrees. And from here, from these two equations, I can find BC. Let me write this down first. Sine of 68 degrees divided by 12 equal to sine of 44 degrees divided by the side BC that's missing. Okay, and therefore the sine BC, uh, BC is side BC is equal to 12 sine of 44 degrees divided by sine of 68 degrees. So we have to put this in your calculator. So let's go here, 12 times sine of 44, close the parentheses, divided by sine, where's the sine? Right here, sine of 68. Okay, 8.99, 8.99. So this is approximately 8.99 units. Okay, by the way, this is of the type category that we have side, side, and angle. Okay, because we know this side and we know that side and we know an angle, but that angle is not between them. It was outside of the two. That's why I wrote it that way. Now let's do this next one. This next one is let's see now. We know two sides, and the angle which is not between them. So that is also, so number 12. Let me erase these things. This next one is also side angle. Okay, so let's erase these. And clean up these so that they won't distract us. Okay, good. So we have a sine of 80 degrees divided by the edge that's facing it, 6.5, is equal to sine of, obviously this is B, okay, sine of B divided by what's facing it, edge that's facing it, 3.4, and this is equal to also sine of C divided by the edge that's facing it, which is AB, okay? Now, what do we have out of these two? We can immediately find B. So we have sine of B equal to 3.4 over 6.5 sine of 80 degrees. And therefore, B is equal to, the angle B is equal to sine inverse of this thing, 3.4 over 6.5 times sine of 80 degrees. Okay, let's go type this thing into our calculator. Let's make sure we don't make a mistake here. So we have second function, sine, which means sine inverse. The two numbers that we have to divide, 3.4 over 6.5, 3.4 divided by 6.5 times, oh, this is 6.5, not 65, 6.5 times, now what else have we got here? It is sine of 80, okay, times sine, where's the sine? Here's the sine button, 80 degrees, close the parentheses and close the parentheses and hit enter, and this is going to be 31 degrees. So angle B is 31 degrees. So if you go back here, this is approximately 31 degrees. So this angle we found to be approximately 31 degrees. Now, as soon as we found B, we already have C, so we can find C itself. To make sure that I did get 31. Yep, good. So angle C is equal to 180 minus 31 degrees plus 80 degrees, and this is equal to 180 minus, there's a 1 here, there's 11 there, and this is 69 degrees. So this angle is 69 degrees. So we have the angle C, which is right there. So this is sine of 69 degrees. Now from, for example, from, or I don't know, from, really doesn't matter, from either these two equations or the first one and the last one, the equality between the first and the last, we can find AB. So let's do that here. So we have AB equal, I'm getting it out of these two, okay? AB is equal to sine of C, which was 69, divided by sine of B, which was 31, and it's going to be times 3.4. All right, so let's go ahead and do this. Let me see now, 3.4. Let's go do that here. 3.4 times sine, I can't remember, 69 over sine of 31. 69, close the parentheses, divided by sine of 31, close the parentheses, enter, and this is going to be 6.16, assuming we are using two digits, 6.1, can't remember, 6.16, yep. This is approximately, assuming that we are rounding to the second decimal point. So we've got all the sides, and yeah, we found all the missing side and all the missing angles. So that takes care of number 12. Okay, let me stop this thing here, and then we move on to the other problem.